I told Ting I could have given him another one tonight if he needed it. So, we understand we're going to throw a lot, and everybody's ready for the challenge. So, I'm trying to get in there as many times as I can.
Just from a team perspective, what's the thought process at this point right now with the ball club in terms of trying to turn things around and get things back on track to have a strong finish for the rest of the season now?
We're trying to do exactly that, turn it around and get back on track. There's no doubt we've got the talent in there to go on an extended run of wins. Now, I feel like we've talked about it enough. There's no need to harp on the negatives that have been the last 14 days or so. It's up to us to get in there and turn it around. We've definitely got the group that can do it. So at this point, it's time to get going. Yeah, we've got a super talented bullpen. There's no denying that. I think everybody in baseball knows that our bullpen is very good. We threw the ball great tonight. As a unit, I believe that. Even with Camarena and Kinnear giving them a couple runs, it was really just falling behind in counts. And we talked about that as a team. Against the Dodgers, you got to get ahead. And when they were in the zone, I mean, they were dominant as well. So that's something that we got to focus on, is just being in the zone more early in counts and getting in plus counts for our put away pitches. But we're confident. Not just our bullpen, our position players, our staff is confident in us as a unit. So whenever we do get called upon to have a bullpen day, we're confident we're going to come out of there with a win. It didn't happen tonight, but we'll be ready for the challenge next time.
You guys are at a point now where the playoffs have basically started for you. How much are you paying attention to what's going on around you, with the Reds and such?
I don't know. I mean, as a group, I'm not sure. I pay attention to it. I go home and I watch MLB Network. I look at the scores pretty much every night. That starts in March for me. So, for me, I'm watching, but, I think this could be a good thing. I really do. Last year, this team hadn't been in the playoffs in however long, 20 years, it seemed like, was the number we kept talking about. And we thrived on that. It was a race to the finish, and we thrived as a unit on that. So I think this could be a good thing. We kind of get back to the mentality we had last year, where it's us against the world, and people might not believe in us. They might say we're a year ahead of schedule. And now the people, the so-called experts say that, we're not living up to expectations. But, just a year ago, when I got traded over here, everybody was like, yeah, well, they're a good little team, but they're not quite there to compete yet. So, I think we can use that same mentality we had last year, where it's time to shock some people and show them what we're capable of. So it should be a fun stretch down to the end here.
Amelia, how would you describe Ben Fritz's style, just generally speaking, and what makes him good at what he does?
He's a good relationship builder, first and foremost. He cares about players, not just as baseball players, but as, how's your family doing, stuff like that. So first and foremost, he's just a good person. And then as a baseball coach, he's very knowledgeable, easy to speak to on mechanics wise, knows the analytic stuff that seems to be all over the place now in this game. So, he's excited for the challenge. Obviously, losing Larry's tough. Larry has taught all of us so much over the last 2 seasons. But at the same time, this is a business. So the team decided to go in the direction they did, and it's up to us to try and make this transition as easy as we can for Fritz.